Okay, I wanted to do a real quick video on the thinkorswim platform. What I did here was I just set up an account with no money in it just so I could kind of fool around and show you how my charts are set up or whatnot. I used to use a lot of charts. To be honest, I don't really use them a lot, very much, but I do look at them. But real quickly, first thing you want to do is after you set up your account, you want to go to your setup tab here, click setup, and go to application settings. Here it'll be your account, orders. Here's what I have on orders, order confirmation, positions. Yeah, I think this particular screen is important. These are the default layouts, but position, profit, and loss layout, I have percent, so you can see the percentage, and since it was opened. These are your forex positions, which I don't really use, so that's set to that. I have no idea what all these other things are. Group position by order, mark in the money positions, line in position table 7. That's just how I set it up. But this position out here, if you change it to percent open, you can see, how much you're up since the position has been opened by or whatnot. Here's your different options: percent open, since opens for just today or for the year. I have it for since you opened that position. Okay, active trader. I don't remember setting these up for anything. Here's your display. You can choose to show messages or whatnot. You can show here if you want to know the weekly options. If you do want to see the weekly and quarterly, you want to check it. Here's the minis, all that stuff. You can uncheck or select. I just have them all checked. Your system, your quote speed. You want this to make sure this is real time, so there's no delay. Sound on trading, yeah, there's a sound. It's a default sound, and you can have a nickname for your account. Startup, you can use whatever you use on your last applications. State, um, show home screen every time. Yeah, so that's what I have set up for. All right. Let's see. I think I forgot. Let's just try to go through a trade. Anyway, here's you have your working orders, which I don't have any because it's a dummy account, I guess. There's no money in it, so it's just subject to funding. But you can actually look at some things here. So on the forum already, here's my chart setup. I do have and it's already selected SPY. Okay, here's my SPY. Here's my watch list or whatnot. I can make this bigger. Okay, so here's my high implied volatility watch list sorted from IB rank smallest to shortest, and these are in a penny wide stock increments. If you look under my thinkorswim Dolph, what is it called, thread or board, you will see I shared all these charts for you already. Here's the main one I use. It's the daily chart, as you can see here. These red lines are your expiration dates, so when options are set to expire. This is OBV cross. This is my slow stochastic. Over here is, this will light up red or green if the stock price has changed more than 5% either way in the last 10 working days, or 10 trading days. Okay. This is the IB rank of the SPY. See, it's at 10, which was different from DOE. So I think it's because when I was doing some videos, DOE was after hours. So yeah, that's what it was. Okay. And that's basically it. All these chart settings I already have saved for you on the forum, so you can go in with this new settings. You can share the chart settings. In fact, if I click share right here, I can share this entire chart as long as you have an account on TOS. Okay, this link, I can create a link for share, or I can email it to you or whatever. I've already created this link, or I posted it. In fact, I'll just create a link right now for sharing, and here's the link. So I'll just copy this link and I'll post it on the same post as I do for this video. Okay, so it'll be underneath this video, and you can get all these. It'll look just like this. All right. Now, when you place a trade, when you want to go to the when you I'm sorry. Here's your IV rank chart. Okay, so I can zoom in by clicking the plus sign down here or grabbing it like this and zooming in like that. So either way, okay? So this is your IV rank chart. As you can see, here's 20 and here's 50. This green line is 50. Look how low the S&PY is. Okay, I like to use this sometimes because I can tell when a stock is turning over, or you know what, and maybe it's not quite at 58, or maybe it's just at 50. Do I want to wait to get in or get out? For example, let's look at Pandora here. I'll click on Pandora. All right, take a second to load here. Here's Pandora. Okay, so this is a year-to-date chart. So let me zoom in, maybe the last 6 months. I'll go like that. Look, see, it's doesn't look like Pandora's volatile. It's on its way up, it's on its way down. That's why I'm glad my position is there. I'm hoping it'll stay within the 2 standard deviation Bollinger Bands, which is right here. It'll probably expand, so you want to make sure you're set up for that or take profits when you're there. Just an example. On a trade page, I'll go back to SPY. Okay, on your trade page, when you want to make a trade, here's what it looks like. Here's why DOE is so much easier. You're looking at for something close to what, 56 days expiration, or 46 days, 45 days if you're with doing the Taste Trade Way. And look, red, all the red are the non-traditional options. See, red is either a weekly, a mini, or a quarterly or something. The regular options are just gray, and they just usually say 100 like this. So look, here's July 14th July 2014 expiration. There's 55 days to expiration, and these are standard. One contract equals 100 shares. Okay, you can expand it. Here you can show all strikes or show, like whatever you want. I have a default set to all. Okay, now here's why it pays to know just generic math. You know that if you sell a put or a call 1 standard deviation out of the money, you have an 84% probability of success. So if I scroll down here, everything in light gray is in the money. Everything in black is out of the money. Okay, here are my calls and here are my puts. Okay, if you sell a call 1 standard deviation out of the money, here's what that looks like. Okay, I'm scrolling down. You're looking for your probability out of the money of 84%. So if I scroll down here, what strike price is closest to 84% probability out of the money? It's right in between here. I go to the right, and it's right around the what? 196, 197 strike price. If I want to sell, let's say I want to put an iron condor right around here. Okay? When you sell something, you're always selling the bid. When you buy something, you're always buying the ask. Okay? So if I'm selling an iron condor, I want to sell let's say I want to sell the 86.91% probability out of the money. Right? I'm going to go here, I'm going to right click, I'm going to go down to sell, and I can sell an iron condor. That's the call side. Now remember, I need to sell the put side at the same probability of out of the money. Well, what is that? Okay, so I know where the call side is. What about the put side? I have to scroll up a little bit here, and I'm looking for probability out of the money. What? Around 84%. Look where we are. So I know I want to sell the 196 call and the 190 and the 178 put. So again, I'm going to go over here, right click, go to sell, go to iron condor, and click iron condor. Your order entry page will come up. Okay, minus means you're selling, plus means you're buying. It's already set up on the call side, right? I want to buy the 190. I want to sell. Sell the 197 strike, right? Which one do I want to buy? Well, on a golden gecko, you want to buy like a probability out of the money around 95%. Okay, so that's about 2 standard deviations. So I want to buy the 201. So I'll just go over this and I'll change this to 201. Okay. Now the put side, remember, what did I say? I'm looking for something close to 84% out of the money. That's the right around here. I want to sell the 178 put. Well, here's the put. The minus sign means you're going to sell one. I want to sell the 178. Okay. And then, whatever. You can type it in too. I'll just do it this way. And I want to sell the 178. Now, when you buy the wings, you want to buy a 95% out of the money wing, right? So what do? Just scroll up to where the 95% line is, around, where is it here? Let's buy the 165 because you're buying the wing. Okay, here, so you click on that, and when you want to buy the, whoops, wrong way, buy the 165. Now you can see why though it's so visual, it's a lot easier. That's it. So now here you can see you're going to buy one contract of each. This is basically a golden gecko. It's a single order. How much money are you collecting? 93 cents. This is a limit order. For those of you who can't work, can't trade where I work, this is what you're going to put in. You're going to put a limit order in, okay? Again, you can change it to a limit order, a stop, good to whatever you want. Here's a, here you go. Here's a, for the day or good to cancel. Probably wouldn't do it good to cancel, just do it for the day and hopefully you get filled. Okay? That's pretty much it. Okay? Exchanging to the best, and that's it. You hit confirm and send and you're done. And that's basically a golden gecko. Other things, you can clear it by just doing this. Okay? What else can I talk to you about? Oh, up here, spread. You can go single spreads, verticals. You can see, you can even break down these strike prices by iron condors, which are standard iron condors, and it'll show you the strikes already, and you can pick one. You know, I don't really use that too much though. I find if you do it this way, it helps you learn as well. This layout, there's different layouts. Here are the defaults. Okay, you can customize them. I have mine set for, there's different ones. But I like probability out of the money and return on capital, which is the one I have here. So that probability, you can add, you can play with this as much as you want. Quickly, I'll do, 1 second here. Okay, I've got a few minutes, so let me go over something else. Your scan tab or market watch tab. You can scan and create a watch list. So these over here, let me show you how to do this. Click on scan, okay? You're going to go to setup scan. You want this to say penny increment options. There's a list here, personal or public. You know, this is your personal stuff, and there's a public list. All I did was go to public, scroll all the way down, and look, here's penny increment options. There's even a list for Tasty Trade stocks, a list of stuff that Tasty Trade follows. Okay, you can create multiple watch lists if you want. Okay, intersects with none. Over here, my mark is any stock with that's $3 or more, right? There's no max. Volume, I want the volume to have at least 900,000 shares traded per day. And then you can click on add a study filter right here, or an option filter. I think I put a study. It's add a study filter. You click this line will pop up. Click on this, and you're gonna go down to volatility, and you're gonna look for the IV percentile, and you're gonna click on that, and it'll pop up here, and you can select between 50 and 200, and then you hit scan, and then you can also save it as a watch list. So that's one way to do it as well. Okay, I got a couple minutes. So once you do the scan, okay, it'll show what's playing, and you can see there's a thing here. You can save it, save as a watch list, save it as a watch list, and then it'll pop up over here in your list. Okay, now how do you open up one of these? Real simple. Down here there's a plus sign. Add a gadget. These are called gadgets, and after you add a gadget, it'll ask you what kind of gadget do you want to add, and you can say I want to add a watch list. Okay, and then when you add a watch list, you click on these gears, and here's your personal stuff. All your watch lists will be over here. In fact, here, I'll try to do one real quick. Go to this, go to public. I'll just go to Tasty Trade. That's it. Okay, I'm gonna do Tasty Trade stocks. That's it. Hit scan, and there's only one stock out of everything that Tasty Trade follows that has an IV rank. And I'm gonna click this, save as a watch list, and I'm gonna call it Tasty Trade. Tasty Trade, and hit save. That's it. Now when I go over here in my list, if I click over here, I go to the gear, click on personal, you'll see it right there at the bottom. And you can scroll through all of these by just clicking these arrows. Okay, low IV, and it'll take some time to load. Anyway, and that's it. Okay. Let me just put it back because it's the one I always use. Go to public. I go to penny wide. What this means is it's looking for stocks that trade in penny wide bid and ask spreads, or penny wide increment options. Okay, so the options bid and ask there should be no more than a penny, no more than a really close.